first ever vlog of the channel. Hi, I'm Raisa, and I'm one of the members of Vivid Vision Studios. This channel is meant to documentate everything in what this studio does for these next 13-14 weeks of our game design and development minor, to see from how we started to how we finish. It's gonna be quite a ride with ups and downs, but that's the point of these vlogs, to see how we overcome obstacles as a team, since everyone in this team, it's their first time working together with such a big group. We're like with 15 people or so. It's quite big for our first time. But yeah, so let me tell you how these first 2 weeks went. We are a team of 15 students, like I said, that consists out of 3 designers, 5 developers, and 7 artists. We are all like students from the game design and development minor, brought together to create something amazing during this period. Within this team, we have 3 departments, and each department has a lead. And each studio has a producer. All of them lovely people and enthusiastic in our little studio. We all love games, playing games specifically, of course, but we all want to know and experience how to make a game. What's gonna be put in it? What's the amount of effort we put in it? What are the sacrifices? How do we really start making our ever first game? Well, on our first day, which was Tuesday, we gathered to brainstorm with the focus to get to know each other better. Not to have a concrete game idea already, we just want to know each other and have an idea what types of ideas people had already in mind. It was all about sharing ideas and deciding on what our game could be. No restrictions, just going crazy what ideas you have for the board. Some ideas were big, some ideas were grim, some ideas had flair, and some of them said just otter. Just otter. It's kind of cute. Aside from brainstorming, we also set up a Trello, Glockify, and Figma Jam to keep things organized. If you're new to these tools, Trello is a digital whiteboard that helps us manage tasks, projects, and creating cards for each task. We can move these cards around to show their progress, and it keeps everything organized and visual. Clockify is a timeline maker. It allows you to create visual timelines for our projects, and you can put up your hours in how long you have worked. It's helping us keeping track of deadlines and important milestones. Figma Jam is used to visualize and documentate our brainstorming sessions, research, and inspiration for the game we are making. We also use Discord and WhatsApp to make sure we stay in contact with each other. And with that being done for our first day, the next day we got our first lesson for everyone in the minor, which is the 30 seconds of fun. What is that? Basically, it means within those 30 seconds, you need to feel some sort of fun by interacting with the mechanic. Those seconds are crucial, since that's what could help the player reel into playing your game. Story and character does not really matter in 30 seconds of fun, but just how to make the mechanic fun to play for the player. In our first session for the 30 seconds of fun, we brainstormed, prototyped with smaller groups of 3 to think of a game mechanic that could give those 30 seconds of fun as an exercise, but also perhaps to have a potential lead where we could work to for our actual game. However, it resulted in the team leaving a bit very mixed with opinions. All prototypes had some sort of stealth theme going on, but some of them had a mixture with puzzles in it as well, which kind of resulted in a disagreement in the team, since half of the people didn't like really puzzle-esque type games, especially with the mix of stealth. At least it seems that everyone agreed about liking stealth, so we kept the focus on stealth. With that focus, that we wanted to make sort of a stealth game. So in the next 2 days, we entirely focused on the theme of stealth and what kind of concept we can come up with. From devs checking how they can implement basic stealth mechanics, to designers talking about how the level design for a stealth game works, to artists finding inspiration on how the stealth aesthetic goes. All departments were on focus on what is our concept for a stealth game. On the last day before the fall vacation, the producer held one more 30 seconds of fun brainstorm and prototype session in hoping we get a concrete idea of what our stealth game could be at its core. Some of us were online that day, like me. So I had to follow through the Discord and what was going on and to contribute online. From this session, 3 prototypes were created with 3 types of 30 seconds of fun. Let me explain. The first one is players use stealth to pass undetected by an emotional-driven enemy, secure a key and while remaining hidden, and then sneak up to the enemy outside of their vision range. The second one is combines stealth and morphing objects, allowing the players to transform the environment to evade detection by enemies. The third one is combination of stealth and object manipulation through shadows, telekinesis, enabling to stay hidden by moving objects to create a form of shadow and hide in there. Unfortunately, we didn't decide yet on that day which of the 3 prototypes we wanted to have as like our core focus, so we did that after the vacation. And that's when the second week started. Finally, Monday, that was the day we get more focus on what the idea is actually going to be. We tested the prototypes we created with the entire team. Some were physical prototypes, where you physically are the player and there are physically enemies around you.
Onder de tafel ben je veilig.
And the others were paper prototypes where you can see the concept on scale more.
2, 1. Oké, zo tellen.
Wat is het hier?
Ja, dat zou kunnen. Dat is wel realistisch.
Skyrim.
All of them were fun to test out and play, but eventually we have to decide which we think as a group would be viable but also fun to create. We did this based on what everyone's pros and cons were on each concept and how they experienced the prototype. And based on that, we created a vote. And yes, eventually got a focus finally. We chose for prototype 2. With that, we started to do market research on stealth and also block prototyping already for first day, since we have to already show some sort of game prototype for what our main mechanic could be to the teachers and to show our concept and idea that we have thought of at the moment. As you can see, it's quite a rush. We're going through less than 2 weeks already, and we have already so much that we have done. Even before we had the focus on our game, people within the vacation also already had some cool stuff that they have created to practice on their specific role, which is mainly with Blender and Unity that we're working with. Blender mainly for artists, Unity for legit everyone in the team. But we hope you enjoy the first ever video for this channel. It's a casual, quick vlog. We're planning to post every vlog every 2 weeks, and perhaps little updates for YouTube Shorts will be also fun to do, right? Well, if you're interested in this little ragtag adventure with this little team of just newly developers, give us a subscribe, and we hope to see you soon.